There's perhaps nothing more painful than giving your all to someone, sacrificing your time, prioritizing them above everything, only to realize they don't truly value you. You pour your heart into making them happy, hoping that one day they'll recognize your worth. But here's the harsh truth. This doesn't make you seem more valuable to them. It makes you seem easy, predictable, and worse, dispensable. Think of yourself as a priceless diamond. If that diamond were placed in a bargain bin with a sign that says, "Free to take," what do you think would happen? People would walk past it without a second thought. Your intrinsic value doesn't change, but how you present yourself determines how others perceive you. And if they don't have to work for you, they won't treasure you. Now is the time to change the narrative. No more being the person who is always available and too easy to reach. It's time to become someone who can't be ignored. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true power comes from knowing your worth, setting your standards, and not giving away your energy so freely. This isn't about pretending to be cold or manipulative. It's about building your life in a way where you become your own priority, not theirs. Picture this. Instead of sitting there checking your phone every 5 minutes, hoping for a text, you're busy focusing on your goals and passions, creating a life full of meaning. That shift doesn't just make you stronger. It makes others realize you're someone they can't afford to overlook. In this video, we'll explore how to use Stoic principles to reclaim control, not by chasing attention, but by becoming someone no one wants to ignore. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey together right now. Number 1, master detachment. You might believe that by giving all your attention, time, and energy to someone, you'll eventually make them see your worth. But the truth is, when you give everything away without hesitation, you don't make yourself more special in their eyes. You make yourself less remarkable. Your constant presence becomes something they take for granted, like a cup overflowing with water they barely notice. This is where Stoic philosophy can entirely reshape how you approach relationships and, more importantly, yourself. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from within. It's not about seeking validation from others, but about respecting yourself and cultivating self-worth. When you're always available and pouring all your energy into pleasing someone else, you leave no room for them to truly appreciate you. They don't have to work to keep you, so they don't value you. This is where mastering detachment becomes essential. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or turn cold. Instead, it's about shifting your focus from clinging to someone else to reinvesting in yourself. When you detach, you're not abandoning love. You're creating the space to rediscover your peace and purpose. Imagine redirecting your energy toward things that genuinely matter, your goals, dreams, and personal joy. You stop obsessively checking your phone or worrying whether they're paying attention to you. By focusing on yourself, you cultivate a natural magnetism. You no longer need to beg for attention, as your self-assurance and confidence make you stand out effortlessly. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the heart of detachment. You can't control how others respond, but you can control how you invest your energy. Choosing yourself doesn't just reclaim your peace. It sets a higher standard for anyone who wants to be a part of your life. Starting today, tell yourself, "I am choosing myself first." This isn't just an affirmation. It's a reminder that your value doesn't depend on how others perceive you. You don't need anyone else to complete you. You are already whole. And when you truly master this detachment, you become stronger, more confident, and someone others cannot ignore. Remember, mastering detachment isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new journey. A journey where you are the main character in your own story. Number 2, set and keep high standards. In life, there are times when you might think lowering your standards will make it easier for people to choose you. You become accommodating, agreeable, and even accept less than you deserve, hoping they'll stay. But here's the harsh truth. Every time you lower your standards, you're signaling to others that you're okay with being treated as an option. You're teaching them that you'll take whatever they're willing to give. And if that's what you accept, why would they give you more? Setting high standards isn't about being difficult or hard to please. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to accept anything less. When you establish clear boundaries about what you will and won't accept, you're not just showing self-respect. You're attracting people who truly value you. They'll see that you're not someone who can be taken lightly, and that makes you someone they'll strive to meet. Think of your standards as a gate. Those who genuinely care about you will make the effort to pass through, while those who aren't serious will naturally drift away. Setting high standards is how you create a space that only welcomes people who bring positive value to your life. However, setting standards is just the first step. Maintaining them is the real challenge. There will be times when you feel tired, lonely, or doubtful. You might start to think you're asking for too much, or that you should settle to fit in with what's around you. But it's precisely in those moments that your standards matter most. They're a reminder that you're worth it and don't have to accept less just because of societal pressure or the expectations of others. Remember, high standards don't just apply to love, they apply to every aspect of life, work, friendships, and even family. They're how you design a blueprint for how you want to be treated. When you live by those standards, your life starts to shift. Superficial relationships fall away, and genuine connections have the space to grow. It's true, maintaining high standards isn't always easy. It might feel isolating at first. But remember, you're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out. Holding firm to your standards is how you affirm that you don't need to be chosen by anyone to feel worthy. You've already chosen yourself. So whenever you're tempted to lower your standards, remind yourself, I honor my standards because I honor myself. This isn't just a mantra, it's a commitment to yourself that you're worth more than half-hearted efforts. And from that moment, you'll notice a change not just in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. Setting and keeping high standards isn't just an action, it's a transformation. It's a shift in how you live, love, and value yourself. Remember, you're not an option, you're a priority. Live by your standards every day, and you'll see everything change for the better. Number 3, forge real connections. In life, we often make the mistake of thinking that the key to building connections is to impress others. We try to showcase our best sides, from polished words to a perfect appearance, hoping it will make people like us more. But the truth is, real connections never start from superficial displays. They come from sincerity, breaking down barriers and revealing your authentic self, unfiltered and unembellished. Stoic philosophy teaches that true strength doesn't lie in perfection, but in authenticity. People don't crave shiny surfaces. They yearn for honesty, something that makes them feel understood and safe. In those rare moments when you're genuinely open about your feelings, thoughts, and even vulnerabilities, you create a space where others can connect with you on a deeper level. It's not about surface-level small talk or forced compliments, but about the genuine feeling of being seen and heard. Creating real connections requires deep listening. When you listen, not just waiting for your turn to speak, you send a powerful message. The other person matters. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, being the person who is ready to listen can be a priceless gift. Remember, giving your full attention to someone is far more meaningful than any rehearsed line. Deep listening doesn't just help you understand the other person, it builds trust, the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Beyond listening, authenticity is another cornerstone of forging true connections. Let go of the need to play a role just to please others. Instead, show up as your true self, with all your strengths and flaws. Not only does this make you more at ease, but it also encourages others to do the same. When both sides can be genuine and vulnerable, relationships grow richer and more meaningful. Rather than feeling like you need to sell yourself in a relationship, focus on getting to know the other person and truly being present. This not only fosters respect, but also lays the groundwork for a lasting bond. When you connect from a place of authenticity, you create space for relationships to develop naturally, free from the pressure of unrealistic expectations. Always remember, true connection doesn't come from perfection, it comes from authenticity. Whenever you feel the urge to put on a mask, remind yourself that your real value lies in your courage to be yourself. A simple yet powerful affirmation to keep in mind is, I connect through authenticity, not perfection. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that genuine connections bring both comfort and meaningful growth. When you start showing up as your authentic self, you'll not only attract people who truly align with you, but also build relationships that help both parties thrive. So stop trying to impress. Instead, focus on understanding and empathizing, and in doing so, you'll create connections that truly last. Before we move on to the next lesson, if you're liking the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel with the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you enjoy this kind of content as much as I do, comment, I love this video. Let's keep learning. Number 4, stay independent and self-respecting. When it comes to relationships, we often hear about the importance of being supportive, flexible, or even giving it your all. But here's a truth that's rarely emphasized. Independence and self-respect are the backbone of any genuine connection. Without these, you risk losing yourself, bending too far to fit someone else's needs, and ultimately giving up the very qualities that make you valuable. Maintaining independence doesn't mean keeping everyone at arm's length or refusing to rely on others. It means holding on to your sense of self, no matter who walks into your life. Picture yourself as a deeply rooted tree. No matter how strong the winds or how challenging the relationships, you remain steady. You may sway with life's storms, but your roots, your values, passions, and goals keep you grounded. Staying true to those roots earns you respect and establishes you as someone who is neither easily swayed nor taken for granted. Self-respect is an irresistible quality. When you respect yourself, you set the standard for how others will treat you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude quiet confidence, those who refuse to compromise their values just to please others. Think about it. If you constantly give up your boundaries to keep someone around, you're sending the message that your needs don't matter. And if you don't value your own needs, why should they? Self-respect quietly proclaims, I deserve the best and won't settle for less. Maintaining independence and self-respect also means having your own life, your own goals, and not abandoning everything just because someone new comes along. You may have heard the saying, don't make someone a priority when they only see you as an option. This couldn't be more true. By holding on to your interests, passions, and routines, you become a complete person, not just an extension of someone else's life. You show them that while you enjoy their presence, you don't need it to feel whole. That kind of confidence is rare and deeply compelling. Practicing this starts with dedicating time to your hobbies, friendships, and personal growth. If you've ever lost yourself in a relationship, this step may feel uncomfortable at first. But think of it this way. Every time you invest in yourself, you're cultivating a life that excites you. A life where you're the main character. You're no longer relying on someone else to make you happy or validate you. Instead, you invite them to join a life that's already full. Self-respect also comes into play when the temptation to compromise arises. Maybe they ask you to cancel plans, to meet them halfway on something that conflicts with your values, or to accept less than what you know you deserve. Maintaining self-respect means knowing when to say no. It means upholding your standards even when it's tough, because self-respect isn't about winning someone's favor. It's about honoring your worth, no matter the situation. Here's a powerful affirmation. I am whole as I am, and I respect my value above all else. Repeat this whenever you feel tempted to compromise your independence or self-respect. Remember, your independence and self-respect aren't barriers to connection. They're the very traits that make others value and want to be around you. Keep building a strong sense of self, because when you do, you're not just fostering authentic connections, you're shaping how people perceive and treat you. Number 5, communicate clearly. When it comes to communication, we often think it's about talking more or making our points louder. But the truth is, clear communication isn't about saying more. It's about saying the right things, at the right time, with the right intention. It's a skill that can transform how people understand and respect you. Imagine having a detailed GPS map, but keeping it hidden, leaving others to guess where you're headed. The result: confusion, assumptions, and uncertainty. Lack of clear communication works the same way. It creates misunderstandings and diminishes connections. Stoic philosophy teaches that clear communication not only ensures you're heard, but also helps others feel secure in their interactions with you. Clear communication starts with knowing what you want and expressing it confidently. Many people hesitate to voice their needs, fearing they'll appear demanding or unreasonable. But the truth is, if you don't express what you need, no one can guess it, and both you and the other person end up frustrated. For instance, instead of staying silent when you feel treated unfairly, speak up respectfully. I feel uncomfortable when this happens. Can we discuss it and find a solution together? This not only communicates your needs, but also opens the door for others to understand and support you better. An essential part of clear communication is setting boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls to push people away. They're guidelines that show others how to interact with you in a healthy and respectful way. For example, if you need personal time after a stressful day, instead of sulking or avoiding conversations, say, "I need some quiet time to recharge. After that, we can talk more." This approach not only protects your emotions, but also fosters healthier relationships. But communication isn't just about expressing yourself. It's also about listening. In a world where everyone is eager to talk, genuine listening has become a rare skill. When you listen sincerely, you create space for others to express themselves and show them their opinions matter. This builds trust and makes your words even more impactful when it's your turn to share. Think of communication like building a house. Your words are the bricks, and honesty is the mortar. If the bricks are weak or placed haphazardly, the house won't stand. But when you're deliberate, clear, and genuine, you create something solid that others can rely on. Clear communication is also an act of self-respect. When you confidently articulate your needs without fear or guilt, you affirm your value. Don't fear that voicing your needs will make you seem demanding. Instead, recognize that you're fostering transparency and authenticity in your relationships. Remember, clear communication isn't about dominating conversations, but about creating dialogue. Listen as much as you speak. When you do, you'll not only be understood, but also respected. And when others know they can trust your words, they'll seek you out, not just to hear you, but to truly connect with you. Keep this affirmation in mind whenever you need a reminder. I express my truth with honesty and self-respect. This affirmation will help you communicate clearly while building relationships founded on understanding, respect, and trust. That's the foundation for meaningful and lasting connections. Number 6, show your growth. In relationships, showing your growth is not just about building your own value, but also about earning the respect of others and deepening meaningful connections. When you commit to developing and improving yourself, you send a powerful message. You're not just waiting for life to happen to you. You're actively shaping your future, refining who you are every single day. This doesn't just inspire you, it compels those around you to want to become better versions of themselves. Imagine enrolling in a new class to learn a skill you once thought was beyond your reach. Every day you push yourself a little further, not broadcasting it, but your progress starts to shine through. In your work, in your confidence, and in how you embrace challenges. People notice your quiet determination, feeling the energy of someone who's constantly growing. That energy is magnetic. It draws people in, making them want to be part of your journey. Displaying your growth doesn't mean bragging about your accomplishments. It's about living authentically and letting your progress speak for itself. When you quietly tackle challenges, improve your abilities, or pursue your passions, others can feel the depth within you. This isn't just attraction, it's how you earn trust and respect from those around you. One of the most compelling aspects of growth is resilience. Life throws challenges at everyone, but how you face and learn from those challenges reveals your true strength. When you persist through obstacles, you show that you're not someone who gives up easily or settles for less. You continually aim higher, which not only increases your value in others' eyes, but also makes them want to join you on your journey. Remember, your growth isn't just about you. It's about building a blueprint for respect and admiration from others. When you live with a commitment to constant self-improvement, you become a role model for those around you. Here's an affirmation to carry with you. I am committed to personal growth, and I demonstrate it through how I live. Repeat this whenever you need a reminder that growth isn't about impressing others. It's about staying true to your values. Keep building step by step, day by day. Your growth doesn't just motivate you, it sets the foundation for every relationship you enter. Let people not just see you, but be compelled to notice you because you're not just growing. You're becoming the version of yourself that cannot be overlooked. Number 7, steer clear of push-away behaviors. When it comes to building meaningful relationships, there are subtle behaviors we often don't realize can create distance instead of connection. Sometimes we think that showing too much care, constantly checking in, or always being available will strengthen the relationship. But the truth is, these actions often send the opposite message. They're not attractive. They're pressure. And pressure pushes people away. Imagine holding a handful of sand. Tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But if you keep your hand open, the sand stays put. Relationships work the same way. Behaviors like excessive texting, constantly seeking reassurance, or fearing abandonment are like squeezing the sand. You don't give the other person the space to naturally come closer. Instead, you create tension they want to escape from. One of the most common push-away behaviors is over-explaining. When you constantly justify your actions, decisions, or feelings, you're not just explaining, you're asking for permission. This sends the message that you're not confident in yourself. Confidence is magnetic, while insecurity pushes people away. Those who truly respect you don't need you to justify yourself. They accept you as you are. Then there's people-pleasing. You sacrifice your time, needs, and energy to make others happy. It might seem like you're showing dedication, but in reality, it shows that you don't believe you're enough as you are. The result? Resentment, frustration, and burnout for both parties. People respect those who value themselves enough to say no. When you protect your needs instead of always bending to theirs, you demonstrate self-worth, and that's something they can't help but admire. Another behavior to watch for is assuming the worst. Constantly doubting someone's intentions, thinking they're pulling away, or accusing them of losing interest erodes trust quickly. If someone feels they must always prove themselves or reassure you, the relationship starts to feel like a chore. Remember, relationships should be a safe space, a place where both of you can feel at ease. Constant tension or waiting for the other shoe to drop creates an environment they'll want to leave. And let's not forget comparison. Comparing yourself to others, whether it's their ex or someone they interact with, sends the message that you don't believe you're enough. Confidence in who you are eliminates the need for comparison. When you focus on your unique value, there's no need to compete with anyone else. If you recognize these behaviors in yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. Awareness is the first step to change. Instead of seeking validation from others, learn to affirm your own value. Remind yourself, I am enough as I am, and the right people will stay. This is a powerful mantra to carry with you daily. Imagine the relief of no longer feeling the need to prove yourself or hold on so tightly. That's where true attraction begins, when you focus on your own worth and stop pushing or pulling to keep someone around. Here's an affirmation to guide you. I am enough as I am, and I trust that those meant to be with me will stay. Repeat it whenever you feel the urge to engage in these behaviors. Let it remind you that you're worth more than desperate measures. You don't need to chase love or attention. You just need to be yourself and let the right people draw closer. This is where transformation begins. By letting go of these push-away behaviors, you step into a version of yourself that is confident, calm, and open. So stay with me, because next we'll dive even deeper into what it means to live as someone who naturally attracts the respect, love, and admiration you deserve. We've explored everything from mastering detachment to setting high standards, clear communication, and steering clear of behaviors that push people away. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss any future content about becoming the most powerful and confident version of yourself. Give this video a like if you're ready to put these principles into action, and share it with those who need this guidance. They'll thank you later. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment saying, I love this video, if you found inspiration and value here. Your feedback is not only our biggest motivator, but also a powerful reminder to keep creating even better videos. This journey of self-growth doesn't end here. Keep applying these steps, integrating them into your daily life, and watch how people start seeing you with newfound respect and admiration. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you are new here, Please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.